The approach that we use is for any population. So what the teachers do when they have Latino students is we bring in Latino literature, we bring in Latino history. The one Latino family that came last year, the first thing that her son told the mom when she said, "Do you like your new school?" He said, "Yes, because they love me."
I'm a mom first, so that's the vantage point to which I approach the students, or the vantage point from which I look at the school. So I think of the philosophy of the school through these eyes of being a mom to 200, 300, be it 400 kids. And that sense of that a mom wants to know her kids. A mom wants to know why they do what they do, why they're hurting, what it is that they want, how to meet their needs. And so not in a clinical diagnostic way, but in this way that emanates from love and care and concern about who they are and wanting the best for them.
I always tell people in my trainings, if Martians came to our school, then we would become Martian responsive. We would get Martian books and Martian literature, and we would begin to support them by validating and affirming their Martian culture. But really, if you're to boil it down to one word, it is love, because I found that everyone can relate to love. Loving your students is validating and affirming who they are. Letting them understand that you will be a better academic student if you understand who you are culturally and linguistically, and you don't forget where you come from. Well, this year, ISEF invited me to the keynote with their teachers for opening day, because they would be an example of a successful school doing great work with African-American kids, but still they're not culturally responsive enough. They're not validating and affirming enough. So their administration, their leadership wanted that to be a focus this year, and they invited me in to kick it off. So many people use your name in vain. It gave me the opportunity to invite Terrence in, a student who actually started at CLAS, left, went to ISEF, and then came back to CLAS. He was awesome, as I knew he would be, and the teachers loved him. They love for real. I didn't want our teachers to miss what we were doing with other teachers, and so we brought Terrence in to sing on our opening day. I'll be there. I'll be there. Part of our vision with CLAS was to be a laboratory site that would train teachers.
My name is Daniel Russell. I serve as a student advocate here at CLAS. Specifically, I teach 6th and 7th grade cultural studies. I've been teaching at CLAS for almost 10 years. This is my 10th year. My experience between teaching at my previous school and teaching at CLAS is quite different. Here, I really had to teach. I had to know how to really create lessons. I had to know how to dig into the state standards and develop my own lessons from that versus just taking somebody else's scripted model.
A lot of people are surprised when they come to our school that our teachers aren't all African American, but I always tell them that would defeat the purpose. Most of our students are more likely going to end up with a Caucasian female teacher. So we have to begin to train the teachers who are going to be with our kids on how to best be responsive to them.
My name is Kinsey Linnell, and I'm a first grade teacher. I feel very fortunate to be teaching at CLAS. I feel as though I've been able to learn so much from Dr. Hawley. It's been really great to learn firsthand at CLAS as opposed to just reading it in a book. Each student will be validated and will be loved, and we make it a point to know about our students, know their likes, know their interests, know where they come from, know their culture, know their family. I think that there are very few schools that make it such a big priority to do that. My students sit in groups of 4, and each table has a table name, and the table names are 6 different historical Black colleges. You guys, look above you. Look what's hanging from the ceiling. These are your tables, so you guys have different table names.
We are Howard!
Let's hear it for Howard!
We are Morehouse!
Very good, give it up for Morehouse!
We are Clark!
All right, very good, let's give it up for Clark! Very good. At CLAS, we have many different discussion protocols that we implement on a daily basis, and one of these is musical shares. That is a time when the teacher will turn on some music, turn on a song, and the students are able to, dance around in the song, sing along, have fun. And when the music stops, the students have to freeze and they turn to someone who's close to them, they partner up, and they share an answer to a question that the teacher has asked.
Because they didn't want any big bad people to break out, so they took them to Alcatraz so they wouldn't break out.
Okay, excellent.
And the next discussion question is, what is the difference between the California state flag and the United States of America state flag? What are the Now, River, tell us the difference between the California flag and the USA flag.
The California flag, that's why it's different as the USA flag, because the California flag has a grizzly bear, and they call it the California flag.
It really works well. The students, enjoy, talking with each other in a different setting, and it's a great discussion protocol. However, I've been at workshops in the past where teachers from other schools, I've explained that protocol to them, and they say, no, that just won't work. My students would get too crazy, they'd get carried away, they'd be having too much fun. And I'm laughing inside saying, well, that's the point, they're supposed to have fun.
I believe that not only is it okay for learning to be fun, I think it's essential. I seized on the ideas of using games effectively as instructional tools.
Pink team is 10 seconds to discuss.
What is terracotta?
Where's terracotta? Correct!
What is poetry?
Incorrect. Green team, you got 10 seconds.
What is dancing?
Correct! What is dancing?
They get really engaged. I mean, the level of engagement pops up in excitement because learning's going on. I mean, literally, it's just review, but it's done in the context of a game.
And they gambled it all, and so they end up with a score of 3,400, and team 1 wins. First
We had a group of superintendents come in, and they would say things like, I've never seen black kids happy in school. Your kids are so confident. They love school. They love their teachers.
They look so happy. They look like they don't have a care in the world. They just look pleasant, and they look like they want to be here.
Opening day for us is very important. It's a special ceremony where we introduce everybody to our Harambe circle, which is how the affirmation is conducted, and that'll be for each day going forward.
Since this was our 10-year anniversary, we wanted to make sure that we had an opening ceremony that was going to be one to be remembered. We decided for the Coliseum site, for the little babies, that we would get the capoeira group to come in and perform. I was excited about being able to get the group to come and sing and play and have the little ones join in. This group performed the opening ceremony when CLAS first opened. So it's the same group that started with the school on the first day, comes at the 10-year anniversary and performs.
Capoeira, because of its links to the continent, it's Brazilian, but it's also African in terms of its influence, mixing dance and martial arts. We've always had a connection to that.
We also introduced folks to the drum call, which for us, again, takes it back to West Africa, and the drum call being the way that the villagers are sort of called when there was time to gather.
I want to welcome you to our first day, finally. Seems like it's been the longest summer. And also our 10th year. This is our 10th anniversary, so this is our 10th opening day. So let's show CLAS some love. No one's crying yet, that's good. Let's show them some love. Let's hold on to that.
Our students are leaders of the affirmation, and they do it by grade level each week.
I believe you in the school poem. Ready, be.
There's a will, there's a way to search and discover a better day.
It's just our time to come together and present ourselves as one and as one community.